Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. Thanksgiving week 2012, figured I'd cap it off with the Mayflower Thanksgiving Ale. Mayflower from Plymouth, Massachusetts is the brewery I've been featuring all this week in recognition of the U.S. Thanksgiving. And what a better way to cap off my week than with their variation on an English old ale, which is aged on American oak. And the ABV on this is about 8% ABV. Most of the reports I've seen is around 8. They don't have anything on their website that says specifically, but most of the reports I see are 8%. I've seen a couple in the 7.7 range, but I'm going to go with 8 because I think that's what the majority says. So, anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Let's check out this beer. I gotta reach over and get my bottle opener, which I set out of the way. Ah, yes, and one more look at the Mayflower ship on the cap. Just like all of the other Mayflower brews, sometimes a different color depending on what the brew was. This is only brewed at this time of year. It's from their Cooper's series, which is only brewed in limited amounts, at certain times of the year. Obviously, this being their Thanksgiving ale. So, giving it a pour, and then we'll check out the nose, and check out the body, and check out the taste, and everything else that goes into these reviews that I like to do. Alright, I probably should have used something a little more stable than this bar stool. Hopefully I won't knock it over. But anyway, let's check out the way it looks, first of all. A nice, very dark brown color with maybe even some hints of ruby red hues in there, but generally a deep amber, relatively, not too opaque, but just you can see through it a little bit. But it's mainly a darker amber, deep rich amber with some hints of ruby red, but mainly brown to garnet. So check out the aroma. The head's already gone down. Okay, the aroma does have that old ale barrel flavor that I've come to enjoy in some of these beers that have been fermented or aged or whatever in oak or other types of wooden barrels. In this case, it's an American oak. And I'm getting a good, strong malt character up front. It's pretty straightforward malt character. It's coming up nice and strong, with the hops completely downplayed, but a good sweet maltiness, maybe the slightest hint of caramel, and even just a little bit of the grain character of a rye or a barley. But that's a little more subtle. I'm going to bring out the sweetness in favor of the grainy aroma on this. So let's check out the taste. The body is it's a full body. Ooh, it's got a nice flavor that kind of catches up after a moment. But it's a full body, a medium to full body, and I'll call it smooth, medium full, and then the flavor, all kinds of interesting malt characters. I don't remember, but I think there are at least 5 malts in this one, and correct me if I'm wrong, someone who might be taking a look at their website. I think at least 5 malts go into brewing this one. I think even actually maybe more. But it's nice and sweet up front. Maybe even a hint of a brown sugar note of some kind. And then it has this this kind of lingering finish. It's sort of a big, not a super bitter. It's bitter, not a floral bitterness, but just kind of a bitterness that comes on the tail end and really almost cleans out the sinuses to a degree. But it also definitely has that wooden crate barrel effect. I mean, you just have this kind of wooden notes. it's a unique flavor that really accompanies those types of beers that are fermented that way. And it just has this kind of wooden, kind of wet wood note to it. And you know, the lingering bitterness at the end doesn't linger very long. I can almost count it out, about 2 seconds, maybe 3, and then it just sort of mellows out and it becomes a smooth, drinkable beer. This is really this would be a nice beer to accompany that Thanksgiving meal. But it's also, you know, you're gonna, if you get that turkey after eating all that turkey, and that puts you to sleep, and then put a little 8% ABV beer up with that afterward. I think you'll probably be nice and relaxed by the time your Thanksgiving meal is done and you're sitting in to catch those football games or whatever you and your family like to do on Thanksgiving. So, but that's it for today. This is the Mayflower Thanksgiving Ale from the 2012 batch. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you again next time.